Hello, everybody. Welcome to session number 6 here at the Unstoppable Service Dog Workshop. And in the past 5 days, we have covered so much amazing information, have gone through so many good training challenges. I hope I was able to provide so much value for you and your own dogs on this journey, as well as to add to your level of knowledge on your journey together with your service dog. So today we are doing a workshop recap. And if you turn into the back of your free Unstoppable Workshop Planner, there is this workshop recap on session 6. So as a reminder, before we get started here today, everything leaves on Tuesday at the stroke of midnight. So the entire workshop ends on Tuesday. Everything is leaving from the group and you will not be able to access those videos. So if there's something that you need to rewatch, maybe take some notes on, maybe you need to fill in some of the blank spots in your workbook, I suggest doing that because everything does leave on Tuesday at the stroke of midnight. All right, so until then, all videos are going to be available for replay if you go into the guides tab at the top of the group. If you don't know where to find a session, if you've been looking for a session, just feel free to message me and I'm more than happy to help you out and send you those links. All right. So we first got started on what is an assistance dog, right? And we learned about the 3 types of assistance dogs. We have the obvious service dogs, the emotional support animals, which of course covers more than just dogs, but we just cover dogs here, and therapy dogs, right? And we discussed the 3 main differences between those animals. Now, feel free to comment down in the chat below. Let me know if you guys remember the main differences of those different kinds of animals. For example, which one's the most expensive? Which one's the least expensive? Which one does tasks, right? We were talking all about those types of differences. So if you remember any of those differences, let me know down in the comments below. Okay. Now, of course, what is a task, right? We talked about task training, and a task is something that is specifically trained to a dog that helps you on your everyday life, right? Something that is specifically trained that helps you in your everyday life. Okay, so whether that's mobility tasks to help you get up and down stairs, forward momentum, helping you get up and down off the ground, picking things up for you, opening and closing doors, right? Those are all mobility type tasks, and they do have to be trained with your dog. There's also alert type tasks where, maybe you're about to have an episode of some kind, maybe some sort of anxiety attack, or maybe a disassociation, or something that is leading up to, and your dog says, oh my gosh, I'm noticing this, what's going on? They can help snap you out of it before going down that road so that you can then start managing your own techniques. Maybe you need to start doing some deep breathing. Maybe you need to get out of the space and just take a breather, right? And then you can tell your dog, hey, please let's go, find the exit for me. And they can lead you out, or they can even help you sit down, start to relax, provide some deep pressure therapy, or even allergy detection tasks, right? So we were talking about the different kinds of service dogs as well, right? We all know about the seeing eye dogs, right? We all know about guide dogs for the blind. But there's also dogs that can alert for sounds, for people who are hard of hearing. There are dogs that can alert to allergies. There are autism support dogs. There are just so many different types of dogs that can be a service dog, all right? Now, what kinds of behaviors do not qualify as tasks? Does anybody remember the answer to that? What kind of behaviors do not qualify as tasks? I'll take a minute for you guys to answer that if you can remember it. All right. And then, of course, how do you know it's a service dog, right? How do you know a service dog is a service dog? If they're not allowed, if they don't have to wear a vest, if they don't have to have an ID, if they don't have to have a letter of recommendation? Well, we know it's a service dog because of the way that they act. And in order to have a dog that acts a specific way out in public, right, it takes a lot of training, and it takes a good breeder to support you as well. Okay, so, and that training can cost anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000. Right? It takes a village to really raise a service dog, and service dogs are expensive, right? Are online registrations legit? Absolutely not. I tell people all the time. And that's probably one of the most common misconceptions that people come to me with about needing a service dog, going online and registering your dog, especially here in the US, right? Some other places, as it is required in other countries, right? In some other countries they do. Here in the US, the ADA says you do not need to register. It is not necessary to register. Although, of course, California is a little different. If you live in California, there is a voluntary registry that you can register your dog at. I'm not sure if there's any benefits. I'm not really sure why anybody would want to do that. Maybe there are certain benefits, but if the state of California said it's required, they would be going against federal law, right? And states cannot go against federal law. They have to fit within those boundaries, okay? And of course, who you need on your service dog team, so very important, right? So we were talking about the 4 members of your team. We were talking about the trainer. Number one, most important, you should really be lining up a trainer before you even start thinking about a breeder or choosing a breeder, right? Because you need to be able to work with that breeder and to understand if it's a good breeder for you and your needs, right? And you need to be on the same page about, hey, what's a good dog's personality to start fitting into your specific lifestyle? Because a lot of people say, oh, I want an Australian Shepherd. I want a German Shepherd because I know that they are very smart dogs and they can pick up on stuff quickly, right? But is that really the right breed for your needs? Because they tend to be dogs that need lots of energy expenditure. Does your disability allow for that? They're going to be a dog that needs a more expertise hand, because in order for you to teach a dog, you need to catch up on your own dog training skills. Do you already have that experience? If the answer is no, it's probably not the best breed for you. Probably want to go for one of the Fab Four, right? Labs, Goldens, Poodles, short-haired collies, smooth coat collies, right? Some people say German Shepherds are also in there. I try to stay away from German Shepherds for first-time owners, but I've also heard good things about collies, okay? Okay, so what else we have here on our review? Oh, back to your service dog team, right? So trainer number one, really important. They should be educating you before you get your pup. They should be learning more about you. You need to really click with your trainer, because if you're not clicking, and if you're not on the same wavelength and you're not on the same page, if the trainer is doing stuff that makes you feel uncomfortable doing to your dog, you need to make sure that you're either able to voice those opinions and you can change, or go find another trainer, right? All right. And of course, preparing for your puppy. Oh, that was a good live. So preparing for your puppy was also extremely important. You know, how long has it been since you've cared for a puppy? Do you need a review? Maybe you should be considering going to find a rescue that fosters puppies so that you can practice and say, hey, look, I'm looking to train a service dog. And guys, rescues are going to eat this up. They love hearing this. Free training for a puppy? Absolutely. Because even if you mess up on your training, it's okay, right? It's okay. Wherever that puppy ends up going, they're going to be so appreciative of all the work that you've been putting in to that puppy. And then you can potentially, teaching the new owners how to do that training. And if you mess up, no big deal. Right? They're going to be happy for whatever training that puppy receives. Okay. Also, some good reading lists before you get your puppy by Dr. Ian Dunbar. If you're new to behavior, Don't Shoot the Dog by Karen Pryor, right? If you are looking to get into the really nitty-gritty of behavior, Learning and Behavior by Paul Chance. It's a college level book, right? So there's a lot of things to make sure that you are ready for that puppy, to remind you, hey, like, what am I looking for? Get you into the groove. And if you're missing any of the supplies, that's going to help remind you, okay, I need to get this, that, and the other thing. And it'll help you better prepare once you are ready for your own actual puppy. All right. So common mistakes with first-time service dog owners, right? There are 4 big mistakes of first-time service dog owners. First one was, I stress this one a lot, right? Getting the puppy first. That's the very first mistake. People get puppy fever and they say, oh, I need a puppy. I'm going to train this dog. And they're super optimistic, right? But they rush in too soon. They don't have their team members lined up, which is mistake number 2. Get your trainer first. Help that trainer find your breeder. Build that relationship up. Your breeder and your trainer should be talking back and forth. They should also have a good vibe going with them, understanding and communicating well, right? And mistake number 3 is not keeping a progress calendar. Yes, it takes about 2 years to fully train a service dog. But in that span of time of 2 years, it seems like forever. It's not. Because in order to get your dog to be able to focus and calm down in all of these environments, it's not a huge amount of time, right? You need someone there to keep you accountable, to help you make that 1% improvement every single day, right? Just that 1% improvement. Okay, and that's what I tell my clients all the time. If you're sporadic, if you don't train at all during a day or a week or a month, that's a problem. You'll say, I've got years. I've got a couple years to do that, and push it off. Well, you need to break it down into yearly goals, quarterly goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals, right? You need to have that clear outline to keep yourself motivated. Check those days off one by one. Say, yeah, we did this today. We spent an hour out settling in front of a Starbucks. He saw so many new people. There was a dog that came by, because Starbucks is dog friendly. And we really focusing around dogs, but it was just one dog. It's really short, right? And say, okay, we went out for that hour today. That 1% improvement in order to get you to that goal, that is what is required. And can you have bad days? Can you have bad weeks? Sure. But there's always something that you can do. Maybe it's in the house. Maybe it's just opening the door and standing there. Maybe there's always going to be something you can do to make that 1% improvement. The question is, do you have the team members to support you so that you can make that 1% improvement? And that's the question I have for you, right? And of course, the 4th mistake is rushing into task training, especially mobility work, way too early, because then your dog is suffering physically, right? And your dog could be washed from service for starting task training too early because your dog's joints are bad, or, God forbid, their hip pops or their elbow slips, right? You need to be working with an orthopedic veterinarian in order to clear your dog for mobility tasks. Okay? And of course, my favorite, which is behavior, right? We covered house behavior, how puppies should be behaving in the home. We were talking about settling and tie downs and chewy toys and potty training on cue and command. We were talking about so many things, even public behavior, basic and advanced obedience, preventing behavior problems, behavior theory, ethology, how animals work in their natural environments, and tracking that behavior progress over time, right? Your continuing education is so very important because it is a full-time job, right? Training a service dog is a full-time job and it needs to be treated as such. Okay, so continuing education and reading is a huge part of that, right? In every profession, there's continuing education, right? Okay, so as a reminder, if you guys are ready to skip the line, start working with me right away, get in contact with me over Messenger and schedule a phone call to see if this is the right choice for you. Because really, it takes a certain person with a certain mindset to make a service dog the right choice for them, right? So, I want you guys to comment down below, I'm in. I do have 10 sessions available, 10 free 20-minute sessions to see if this is the right step for you to take. If you have questions about pricing, if you have questions about how the program works, if you need to see a little bit, because we have videos behind the scenes, right? You don't see any of this, but we have videos behind the scenes. We have written material behind the scenes. We have audio trainings behind the scenes. And obviously, I am here, right? Helping and guiding you along the way, taking you by the hand and showing you the way for your specific situation with your dog in order to get to the goals that you need in order to become more stable, more independent, and be able to live that life that you really want to live together with your dog. Okay, so I want to invite you into my family. I want you to take all this new knowledge that you just learned, everything that we just summed up today, the realizations that I just gave you, and I want you to know that I'm here waiting for you, right? I'm ready and I'm willing and I'm able to help you take all of your goals and all of your dreams and that really big vision that you have for yourself for that future and to make it a reality, whether it's yourself or a loved one or a child that you have who has autism, right? I want you to make today the day that you look back on 2 years from now and say, that is the day that I claimed my spot. That is the day that everything changed for me. And I want today to be the day that you say yes. All right. And I want you to say yes to your future. And you can join by simply putting a dog emoji down in the comments below if you know this is the right choice for you. If you still have questions, I'm here for you. I want to make sure that this is the right choice for you and you're making the best choice for you in your future. So just comment I am in down below and I'll get in touch and I'll help answer those questions. We'll schedule our phone call and we'll see if this is really the right choice for you. All right. Now you have to ask yourself how people who have PTSD, dysautonomia, crippling rheumatoid arthritis where they can't move, seizures, have not only been able to make it on their own, but to thrive. And it's because of a service dog coach. Okay, so I have 10 spaces available for the free 20-minute phone call. It is valued at $87.50 to the first 10 people that comment I'm in down below. And I will personally reach out to you to book that consultation to make sure that this is the right choice for you. And I want to make sure that we get the right fit of people into the program as well. So when I get people into the program, into the Unstoppable Service Dog online coaching accountability program, that's what this is. This is accountability. This is following up to make sure you get that 1% improvement every single day in order to reach your goal. I don't know about you guys, but I'm one of those people who needs accountability, right? I'm sure you are too. And if you're hearing me, if you're saying, oh, some days you just don't want to, right? You have me in your DMs following up with you saying, hey, where are you? That homework that we assigned last month, where are we at? Where are we at? We were checking in on you last week. You were doing good here. Where are you now? Where are we going? Let's get you there. And I'm here being your cheerleader, cheering you on to get you to where you need to be, because it really does take a community. And with COVID, it's hard to have that community sometimes, right? It really is hard to have that community. So keep in mind, I help disabled individuals change their lives forever. All right. So I want to help you get that big vision that you have for yourself and for the future. I want to help make that possible. Okay. So again, as a reminder, I do have a 10-person cap for those phone calls, which is worth $87.50 of my time. Comment down below I'm in order for me, and I will reach out to you and we'll talk and we'll schedule that phone call. All right. So what is the life-changing Unstoppable Service Dog difference? Well, the program is different than just hiring a trainer for a one-off or a two-off or maybe a 6 or 7 session package. Right? The Unstoppable Service Dog program is a program specifically designed to make sure you have the support, the accountability, the direction, and the feedback that you need to succeed. Right? I know your disability, I know you, and I'm here to support you in between our scheduled meetings and the live sessions that we have in the Unstoppable Facebook group. That's a private group. It's separate from Service Dog Prep. And you're not going to need to hire another trainer or use any other program in order to have a fully trained, reliable service dog. Because time and time again, I've helped my clients raise and train their service dogs with the Unstoppable Service Dog program. So who's it for? This program is for people with disabilities who can take care of a dog by themselves, or has a family member who can be fully committed to the program and help you train your service dog. Okay, so core components of the program, we have videos, right? We have instructional videos, and you got to see quite a bit with our training, me training Reaver. Right? We have step-by-step instructional videos. We have audio files. We have written out recipes. You have that live coaching. You have support of other people in the program who are training their dog, right? So you also get live calls. And we have a whole library full of all the past live calls of so many different topics. Your mind's going to be blown. Okay? And this is the stuff that I can't really show you right now. But this is what we have. We have so much in this program for you. We have live call Q&As. We have troubleshooting training skills. We have essential training skills. What are you potentially missing in your training that you might need a little bit more practice with? What kind of games can we play to improve our marking skills? What kind of observation games can we play to improve our observation and accuracy skills? And we have body language of our dogs as well, because foundational to training a dog to be happy and a willing participant, you have to understand their body language. And the majority of pet parents, right, especially the typical pet dog people that come into my home or come into my training business, don't really know. Good morning, Lori. Nice to see you here. Don't really understand the subtleties of dog body language. They understand what's serious and what's obvious, and the dog's crying, right? They understand that. But everything leading up to that, right past their head, right? So we outline the subtleties for you, okay? And of course, you have the Facebook group, right? And I've trained people who are brand new to training that currently don't have a dog. Maybe they're looking for one or looking for a puppy. And I've also trained people who already have their service dog. And I have people I've trained who've, maybe have already had a service dog in the past and are looking to train another one. And, I have the experience to know what you need in order to meet you where you're at. And that's what's important. And where else, you have to ask yourself, where else can you put yourself in a room every single day where you are interacting and getting direction from people who are doing what you want to do, who are where you want to be, and who are accomplishing what you want to accomplish, living the life that you want to live? That's hard to find, right? There's a lot of groups out there where people are running around like chickens. Maybe, have you ever heard of the phrase chickens with their heads cut off, right? I don't want to be graphic, but it's a common saying. And they're just running around like they're lost. right? They don't know where they're going. There's no program proven, take this step, then that step, then this step, then that step, in order to get to where you need to go. They don't have that program. That's why they're doing what they're doing. They're just reaching out for anything, desperately trying to find something that's going to work, right? Don't be them. Don't be that person. So again, if you want to register, comment a dog emoji down below, and you know this is the right choice for you. Or if you still have remaining questions, comment I'm in so that we can go through to make sure, are you the right fit for the program? What kind of questions? Maybe you have a block, a money block about, oh, you know, I would really love to. I just can't spend that money, right? Maybe you have a question. Hey, maybe is your current dog actually suited for service dog work for you? Maybe you need to find a different prospect, right? Maybe you have remaining questions. Maybe you're struggling with some other concepts and you're wondering if that's going to fit into the program, right? Everyone's coming from this at a different angle. So again, you get me once a month for a private coaching call, one-on-one. If I need to, we're going to be in your ear, guiding you through, teaching you those mechanics if you need to feel how those mechanics feel like, right? And you get me as your personal accountability coach, following up with you in your DMs every single week, hunting you down, making sure that you're doing okay. If you need a push, where can I help you? Right? If you need some cheerleading, where can I help you? If you feel like it's been a terrible week, well, I guarantee you there's something there to celebrate. And sometimes we just need to be able to turn and change and switch our brains and say, you know what, I did do this, that, and that. It was hard, but I did it. And it is worth celebrating. And I know a lot of us, especially, you know, for us struggling with depression, I still struggle with depression. Don't think I don't, right? You need to find those ways to remind yourself to celebrate and more reasons to celebrate in your life. Because once you start to celebrate more in your life, your mindset changes. And you start getting more motivated and you start doing more things. It starts to snowball. It takes time, but it starts to snowball, right? So as a reminder, if you pay in full for the program, this is a 12-month commitment. You get a 10% discount. Okay, so the full 12-month program is $5,964, but minus that 10%, if you pay in full, it's only $5,368, right? That is over 1 month of coaching completely free. And you get to save a couple $100 after that, right? So for those of you with the mindset issue right now of, you know, I can't afford this, right? You can't afford not to. If you want to get back out into the community, if you want to live your life drastically lessened, unimpeded by your disability or your chronic illness, then you have to step up, you have to do the work, and you have to take action. And we covered about fundraising. Sometimes it's going to take a year, maybe more, to do the proper fundraising and to treat that as your full-time job. That's normal. Right? If you know this is the right decision for you, you're going to step up and you're going to do the work. So just to keep in mind, right? We know about other programs out there. You can buy coursework separately, and then you can buy coaching separately. But this is the first hybrid group for service dogs that includes that private coaching. So you're wondering, hey, why is this $497 a month? Because you have a coach that you work with every single month with you on your service dog training. And then you also have your weekly live trainings tailoring to you. You have the entire library of those live trainings. And I'm here with you, checking up with you every single week. How are you progressing? Where are you? How can I help? How can we take that next step? And I am moving you along through the process. I am your personal cheerleader. And because, you know, you're just not a number through somebody else's program. You're my focus, you're my whole energy, and everything I do is to help you succeed. And I'm waiting with you. I'm waiting here for you with open arms to help you make 2021 your year, because the past year and a half has been pretty shitty. Not gonna lie, it's been pretty bad for a lot of people. But again, you have to be willing to get, in order to get the help that you need, to get the solution that you desire, this is your next step, right? And just because there's COVID, money doesn't disappear in tough times. You do realize that, right? Money doesn't disappear in tough times. It switches hands to different people. How many times have you heard sometime in the news, somebody else made a huge amount of profit because of something weird that happened with COVID that they weren't expecting, right? HVAC. HVAC, of all things, HVAC is making a killing with heating and cooling and air filtration systems because of COVID. They are making absolute smash. Money doesn't disappear. It goes other places. So you need to do your fundraising. You need to do your research, find out who has that money, tell your story, be honest, what's going on, be brave in order to get what you need in order to thrive. And that's responsible, right? That's responsible, okay? So if you know this is going to be you, comment down below dog emoji. If you're not sure, but you still have like this little mental block, maybe I need to help you with something, right? I have 10 spots available for the free 20-minute chat. And just comment, I'm in down below. We'll book your chat. We'll have our conversation. I'll help you get past those roadblocks to make sure that you are making the best decision for you. Okay, and that you're a good fit for the program. And you have to realize this is the difference between going out in the world, struggling by yourself, doing things the hard way, messing up, hitting those roadblocks, and struggling, versus having that expert to clear those roadblocks for you. You're able to hit the ground and run, right? And you have a group of people who are in the same boat as you, and they're cheering you on in order to help you get to that life that you desire, right? It's helping you when you're in that critical moment of need, when you need that help, how you need that help to make those improvements that you deserve. That's why you need it, right? That is why you need it, because you have that support. So I'm here and I want you to say yes to yourself, okay? As a reminder, it is $497 a month, total of $5,964 for the year, but I do have a pay in full discount of 10%. So that's only $5,368. That's over a month free. And if you are interested, make sure to put a dog comment down in below, and I will personally reach out to you. Okay. Again, if you want one of the free consultations, comment down, I'm in down below. And if you know this is the right choice for you for the program, put a dog comment down in the dog emoji down in the comments below. All right. So at 2 o'clock, it is now almost 1. At 2 o'clock, we're actually going to have another client coming on. We're going to be talking about her experience in the program. She is in Nevada with her dog Priya. You've heard me mention her earlier in the series here during the lives, and she actually has one of Reaver's sisters who is doing a fantastic job and absolutely killing her service dog training. So if you're interested in hearing more about her, join us live here today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in just about an hour, and I will see you guys there. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.